Let me introduce you to the inspiration behind this project, my sweet cat Jasper. He's a 14-year-old half Siamese, half tabby mix, and he is so gentle. And after years of Daisy getting all the attention and getting all the fun toys created for her, I thought, you know what, it's kind of time that Jasper gets spoiled too. So stay tuned for this tutorial on how to make these easy cat toys. Welcome to this step-by-step tutorial on how to make these adorable in the hoop mouse cat toys. They are designed to stitch entirely in your embroidery machine, and the beautiful thing about this project is it can fit in a 4x4 hoop. And each toy includes a built-in spot for adding a tail, and just before the final stitch, while it's still in the hoop, you can place a layer of like this crinkle fabric to give it that irresistible sound. Cats and dogs go crazy for that. It's just hilarious. On top of that, when you take it out and you turn it inside out, you will add polyester stuffing fiber in it to give it that plush feel. And on top of it, I suggest adding some catnip in there because cats go crazy for catnip. So it's a quick and easy sew. And so I'm going to show you how to do this, and it's ready for play right after. This is such a quick and easy stitch up. So the majority of it is going to be done in our embroidery hoop. And so what you'll need is half a layer cake fabric cut in half again. So these are 5 inches by 5 inches. So one layer cake fabric piece can make 2 mice. You also need some string of some sort. I'm using this for the tail. And this is optional, but oh my gosh, my cat and my dog go crazy for this. It's just like crinkle paper, but again, plastic will do just fine too, like from like, a cereal box or something like that, just that plastic inner lining. And then you will need a 4x4 hoop or larger. I'm using my 5x7 and tearaway stabilizer. So again, we will go to the embroidery machine and we will do all the fine details. And then after that, we will finish sewing it on the sewing machine, just like that. So let's begin. Place your embroidery hoop into the machine and run the first stitch. This is your placement stitch, which will show you exactly where to position your fabric. Next, grab your fabric and place it right side up over the placement stitches. You can hold it down gently with your hand or use tape to keep it secure. Then run the next stitch. This is the tack down stitch, which secures the fabric in place for the rest of the design. The next 2 stitches add the details to your mouse. First, you'll see a fill stitch that creates the inner ears. Right after that, the next stitch will outline the ears, eyes, and nose, bringing your mouse design to life. After the detailed stitches are complete, your machine will run a placement stitch to show you exactly where the tail goes. Once that stitch is finished, grab your tail piece and place it so one end extends past the placement line with the longer part tucked inside the mouse body. Then run the next stitch. This is the tack down stitch, which secures the tail in place. Before running the final stitch, which is coming up next, use a piece of tape to secure the long part of the tail inside the body. This will keep it out of the way. Now grab your second fabric piece and place it with the wrong side facing up, directly over the placement stitches. Secure this fabric piece with tape. If you're adding crinkle material, place it on top of the fabric. You will just hold this in place while it does the final stitch. Run the final stitch. This will create a fabric sandwich, leaving a gaping hole at the bottom so you can turn the mouse right side out later. Once the stitching is complete, carefully remove all the tape from your project. Then take the design out of the embroidery hoop and gently tear away the stabilizer from the back. Your in the hoop stitching is done, and now it's time to move on to the finishing steps. Now it is time to cut the extra fabric. Find the hole at the bottom of the mouse design, and what you're going to do is leave a bit of extra fabric where that hole is. This will make it easier to close the hole with a stitch later. Then carefully cut around the edge of the mouse, leaving about a 1/8 to 1/4 inch seam allowance. Gently turn the mouse inside out through the opening. Use a rounded tool like a turning stick or the end of a pen to gently poke out the edges and curves for a clean shape. Be careful not to press too hard near the seams. You don't want to tear any stitches. It's time to stuff the mouse. Start by adding a bit of polyester stuffing. Then sprinkle in some catnip. Continue alternating, stuffing catnip until the mouse is filled to your desired firmness. This layering helps evenly distribute the catnip and makes the toy extra enticing for your cat. Lastly, fold in the excess fabric at the gaping hole and stitch it closed. You can do this by hand or with your sewing machine. For a more balanced look, I also like to add a top stitch along the opposite parallel side. It helps give the mouse a clean, symmetrical shape. That's it. You are all done. Your handmade mouse cat toy is ready for play. I hope your furry friend loves it. Thanks for watching. This design is free on my Patreon. Check the link below. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and follow for more creative fun.